Hello students, in this lecture video I'll be covering and describing one important concept of the changes that occur during menstrual cycle. For your board point of view, this graphical representation is very important. Certain conceptual questions or case study can come out of this. Generally a 5-marker question can come from this diagrammatic representation. So let us see what are the key points to remember. Listen carefully. Here on this axis, the number of days are being shown of a month because it's a monthly cycle, which varies from 25 to 29 days. So it is from day 1 to 29. On this axis, different events are covered: uterine events, ovarian hormone levels, how they vary, ovarian events, and pituitary hormone levels. Now let us see day-wise what changes are happening in the uterus, the wall of uterus, that is basically the endometrium. Initial 5 to 7 days is the blood flow, that is menstruation. So the thickening of this uterus wall or endometrium is less. With the time period, with the follicle phase where the follicles will be formed, and later on Graafian follicle will form the luteal phase, or you can say corpus luteum. So at that time period, the thickening of blood vessels is more in the uterus. Now what happens if the female gets pregnant over here? Then what will happen? This thickening will remain as it is. But if pregnancy is not there, then this thickening will slowly it will break down. So the next cycle will begin. Next is ovarian hormone levels, how the hormone levels of ovary vary. We can see during evolution, the level of estrogen increases, that is during 12 to 14 day. This is the period of ovulation, this line which is marked. So there the estrogen level will help in the process of ovulation. That is why it is more. Then we can see that during the pregnancy, or you can say during the formation of corpus luteum also, this estrogen is peaking at a peak. Next, progesterone, it is during this luteal phase when the corpus luteum is being formed, that will release progesterone, which is also referred to as pregnancy hormone, that helps to maintain the thickening of the endometrium. If that is not required, then this will degenerate and levels will go down. Next, coming to the events which are happening, the cells which are being formed in the ovary. This is the developing follicle, which mainly the primary oocyte will form secondary oocyte, which will develop into the primary follicle, secondary follicle, and finally the tertiary follicle, which will mature during ovulation. The Graafian follicle, this is the Graafian follicle, which will mature to form the egg. The leftover part is called as corpus luteum. We can see wherever corpus luteum is formed, the level of progesterone is high, because corpus luteum is going to form this hormone. Then further, if pregnancy is not there, this will degenerate. If pregnancy is there, this will remain as it is. Lastly, let us look at the pituitary hormones. The two hormones, the gonadotropins, which are luteinizing hormone, and FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, they are showing its peak at ovulation, because this is very much required for the development of a mature egg. Especially the LH surge. What is LH surge? When there is rapid secretion of LH or luteinizing hormone in the cycle, mid-cycle, means at the ovulation phase, which is going to induce this Graafian follicle to release the egg. That is done by LH. So these things should be very clear. What is happening day-wise? If the female gets pregnant, what changes will be there? And if next cycle has to begin, then these levels will lower. Otherwise, this will be maintained at high levels.